Hello, I'm Mantastic and Fantastic, and today I'm playing through the brand new Training Arena 2 with my Almond team. So the idea is I'm loading up on bicolor board changers to make my life easier, and happens to be several cards I'm actually interested in leveling, so this team works out. So basically the idea is I have to match exactly 7 combos and leave 3 or less orbs remaining with no skyfalls. So to do so, I am going to use bicolor boards to make this process easier for many of the floors, and then use bicolor haste to cycle them back up. Of course, it's not necessary to bring this many bicolors, it just means you have an easier time solving because bicolor boards are much simpler by comparison. They require much less effort overall, because it's just a matter of just pushing the orbs in such a way that it makes 7 combos. So there are a few board distributions that will be unable to match, but hopefully those are far and few. I like to just use my bicolors early on because they will come back up sooner as well. That means the sooner I use them. So what I do is I'll use solve regular boards when I come to a spawn that has an easier time. So there's 2 turns here, which means I can flub once and still be okay. So looking at this board here, I have all 6 elements, which means that's 6 combos. So that means I only need to have one more secondary combo for a certain element. And looking at the board here, that choice is going to be light because there are just so many light orbs present. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to match light at the bottom as a nice row, this here, and just kind of solve the rest of the board. Easy peasy. Of course, bicolors are still easier, it requires much less thinking overall, so that's why the more you bring, the easier time is going to be. So I'm going to pop a bicolor again. This one comes with haste, so now it helps get the other actives I used originally up again. Just enough orbs once again. That could have been dangerous. I hope I get the God Killer. I hoped wrong. Okay, so I have time here. So now looking at this board, I'm missing blue, which means 2 things have to be a 2 match. So looking at the board here, it's pretty obvious that it's really only red and hearts that actually can do this. So I'm going to do that. So there you go. Red hearts, left 3 or less orbs, floor is dead, retained a bicolor, which is nice. Again, I like to use my bicolors when it's like a 1 turn, so just in case I mess up, I have less stress overall. And there we go. Off to the next floor. So there, Avalon Drake charged back up, which is great because I have all these bicolors left because Yusuke's in 4, that's 1. Basically, I have another haste, so I actually could just active skill all the way through. So I'm going to pop Avalon Drake, even though this, I guess, was a turn I could have used. This spawn here actually has a comical amount of health. Well, health plus a defense. So this should be enough, is my thought process. Again, Yusuke has 777 combo, and he's the only person who actually pierced that defense, which it says something. How terrifyingly high health things have. So I'm going to pop 2 haste. And there we go. Big money. And I still have 2 more bicolors remaining, so I've actually basically solved the rest of the board. So, we're going to use Yusuke here. Easy solve. I realized I only actually had to do 1 solve, which is kind of nice. Off to the next floor. So here's the final floor. Basically, I pop another bicolor. Hey, it's the new individual who I have not yet to get, or got yet. Okay, and there we go. Kind of like a tutorial on how to solve bicolors, I feel, with Almond mostly. But the idea is if you're solving without bicolors, count your orbs and figure out which ones you actually need to place all around. So unfortunately, beforehand, I was close to leveling up. I was 9,500 short by doing this dungeon. So now that I do it, I complete it, I rank up, and I can keep giving massive amounts of monster experience to my cards. This is the new girl that I've acquired. Will I actually use her in any regards? Probably not, but I can just have it to show that I've done it. And you notice here that everyone leveled up because it's just so much monster experience. And again, these guys will all get 110 at some point. Remember, more bicolors with haste means you have an easier time. You can use more bicolors. You can stall in some floors, possibly. You can even delay things. There are many ways around this. There is possibilities using Tengu to leer swap yourself into tank hits because this is a normal dungeon. There are no mechanics. They just do one gigantically large comical hit. And that's basically it. So hopefully this video provides you with some inspiration as to what you can do for this brand new Training Arena 2. Hopefully you'll have a fantastic day. I wish you all the best luck in your own pad adventures, and happy puzzling.